Svalbard here again, and this time I'm bringing you the round 2 game from the Nordic Championship, the nationals for the Nordic countries. And on the left side here we have Christian, who is a Danish player who I haven't played him that often, but I've frequented tournaments with him several times. He's really good. He made top 4 at one of the Danish regionals, lost to the eventual winner, and in the regional the regional in Malmö, he was just one spot away from making the cut. I made the cut with a slightly better MOV than he did. And he's flying Dengaroo. He's got Dengar with the Punishing 1 title, Zuckus R5P8, the Revenge or the Pain Bot, Lone Wolf, Glitter Stim, Countermeasures, and a Plasma Torpedo. And he's got Manaroo with Push the Limit, Unhinged, Recon Specialist for double focus, so Wedge or Paylob can't take them away. No, Wedge, Wes I mean. And Feedback Array and Engine Upgrade, so she can just run away, making sure she creates actions for Dengar. On the right we have a Crack Swarm, flying by Mikael. He's got a Hull Runner with Crack Shot and Stealth, Mauler Mythal with Crack Shot, and 4 Black Squadron Pilots with Crack Shot. So let's see here what happens when you joust Dengar with a Crack Swarm. As we've seen, Christian is just running straight for the ties here, and Michael has set up 3 abreast, 2 deep, and he's banking in to the left here. And I'm expecting Christian to either just go full throttle here and just hit the ties so the ties can shoot him. If he can hit 2 of those, he's going to be very happy. He could do a bank to avoid arcs on maybe 2 ties as well. And remember that he's not stressed yet from Zuckus, so he does have the barrel roll if he wants. So if he could go forward and barrel roll to get out of as many arcs as possible, that's also an option here. Manor is banking 3 into the board. He might want to make sure that he has Manaru as bait, maybe wanting the ties to turn to chase her. Because if you can get your enemies to chase Manaru, Dengar will just melt them from behind. And he has some nice escape options for Manaru as well. He can go hard left. He can also do a bank 3 to the right. He does have Unhinged, so that's a green maneuver if he becomes stressed. But I don't think he's stressed here. He did not push this turn. And here are the other 2 banks from the entire tie swarm. So let's see what Christian did with Dengar here. Let's see. Looks like a straight move here. Yeah, okay, I guess he's doing he's just going to run straight into those ties. So he's going to hit at least one of them. Yeah, he looks like he hit the center front Black Squadron. And the Black Squadron closest to the camera. Probably doesn't have arc. Maybe neither of those 2 at the bottom have any arcs. Which means he's going to probably nuke Hull Runner, even though she got stealth device, but he can do a lot of damage. And he's going to pop Glitter Stim and use countermeasures all at once. So he's going to have 3 green dice and a Lone Wolf reroll and focus on all of his rolls here. So with both on offense and defense. So I think we're looking at a dead Hull Runner here. So let's see, here it comes. Looks like Lone Wolf the black and using Glitter Stim, so it looks like 4 hits. And that looks like a lot of symbols. So he's going to use Zuckus here to make him reroll all of them. Yeah, 4 stress tokens. And looks like he still took no damage. That's a good start for Hull Runner. But he did have to spend the token. And he's shooting back with Hull Runner here. I think this is a mistake because now you can have Revenge Shot and the Revenge Bot from Dengar finishing Hull Runner after that good start from Michael here. So he's going to crack 1, Lone Wolf for 2, and 2 hits and 2 evades, so Crack Shot did nothing. Pain Bot is doing 1 damage to each of them, was a crit. And then Dengar is going to do the revenge shot, and this is bad for Halbrunner because she's not tokenless. 4 hits. And there's a lot of symbols, but I think most of them are eyes. And 2 eyes, and he's going to reroll those. So nothing, and Halbrunner is now dead, and will not be contributing her ability to have the out of tides doing a reroll. So even with crack shot, 3 greens with Dengar and Lone Wolf and Glitterstream, he's not going to lose many shields here, as I think 2 of the tides are not even able to shoot. So I think the shot with Halbrunner there was a bad call from Michael. Easy to say afterwards. He had a good start with no damage at all, so he just could have not shot with Halbrunner. So it looks like crack shot, so he's going to take 1 shield of Dengar there. So he's now down to 2 due to the pain bot as well. Then we have the Black Squadron pilot at the top, and Lone Wolf, and using those 3 evades, so crack shot will do nothing, so there's no point of using it. And I think that's all the shots there were. So this is a perfect start for Christian. Oh, okay, they've figured that crack shot will do something here, so 1 more shield off of Dengar. So, well, killing Halbrunner for losing 3 shields is probably still in Christian's favor here. I think having taken no damage on Halbrunner, but spending the token was supposed to tell Michael, please don't shoot with Halbrunner here because she will take some damage. Well, easy for me to say. So now let's see, he's probably, he's going to do that with most of his sheep here, so I think he's going to try to catch Manoro here. The thing is, Manoro is either doing a hard left and boosting, or doing a 3 bank to the right and boosting, which should take her out of the arcs of most of the TIE fighters here. And she can take shots from 1 or 2 of them. And not worry, because Dengar is going to smoke 1 of them this turn, most likely. And when you're down to 4 TIE fighters against a 6 hit point Dengar, I think this is Christian's game to lose now. If he had done some K turns here to try to take on Dengar, just keep hammering away with all of them except this last guy here, Mauler, who hasn't moved yet because we don't know where Dengar is going, so maybe K-turns would have been bad calls. But remember, there is no repositioning ability due to that pile of stress tokens. Christian actually has all of those in the original acrylic stress from FFG, from one of the very early kits. They're pretty nice. So there's a 3 bank and a boost to get out of as many arcs as possible. So it looks like 1, 2 ties. I don't think the bottom left tie has arc here. And here comes he decides to be safe, so he decides to barrel away, so maybe no shots, maybe just 1 tie shooting. And the stress from push the limit. But he is doing the NASCAR route here. He's going to turn left next turn to clear the stress, because that's the way U-boats like to turn. And it looks like Mauler just might squeeze in there. Maybe bumping if Dengar is doing a hard one to the right. He could be doing a sloop as well to the left because it's white. Let's see what Christian decided. He is picking for something. Yeah, looks like it was a sloop. Setting up for the nice chase here on the ties next turn, and if they K-turn and don't have tokens next turn, Dengar is just going to melt 1 of them. With the Succus is extremely good at Succus crew is extremely good at killing TIE fighters if they have no tokens. So it looks like range 1 as well here. He has no focus, but doesn't look like he needs any. He's like 3. And he's going to have to reroll that one. Still looks like there's some paint there, so it should be 3 anyway. that should be. I was going to spend the two crits on Mauler, and I guess one of those was a direct hit. One of them were a direct hit, so Mauler is off the board. And there is, I can't see any way for Michael to get back into this here. He has done no damage to Manaroo, and he has no shots due to the barrel roll. I think they're checking arc right now. Manaroo is shooting 2 hits onto the black squadron, and looks like 2 evades, spending the focus. And I suspect we are back to dials after that. Yep, clean up. So the Ties can either hard turn to chase Manaroo here, but if she is banking and boosting, they won't catch her. Or they can do a K-turns and try to get as many shots as possible onto Dengar. But that means they will have no tokens, so Dengar is probably killing one of them. And then he's probably killing another one with a payback shot here. So it was a nice call doing the 2 sloop with Dengar last turn to just get back into the fight with his arc here on the TIE fighters on Christian's side. It's kind of horrible to see, well not horrible, but it's kind of like amazing to see how a 2-ship squad could actually outjoust a crack swarm with only one of the ships. I guess you can't afford to lose Halloranor the way Michael did here. So 3 bank, clearing stress, and if the Ties had decided to chase Manaroo here, Manaroo could just boost, get away, maybe even barrel. She's going to try for a target lock here. So now he knows he's out of range. If he would have been in range, that target lock could have then been used by Dengar after Manaroo passes tokens. And then she's just going to do the double focus from Rexspec. And Dengar is doing a 1 bank. Or was it 1 straight? 1 straight, clearing his stress, but he's not going to be unstressed again this game. Passing focus tokens. And this also means there might not be range for more than 2 of the TIE fighters. So this is exactly it. Looks perfect. So this is what Christian just wants. Exchanging fire with 2 TIE fighters means he can actually kill both of them in 1 round. 1 from his primary here and 1 from his revenge shot. So he's going to spend 1 of the focus tokens for 3 hits. And then any evades are just going to get rerolled by suckers. Which means there were no evades and there is no focus token. So all of those hits go through, and that's 1 dead TIE fighter. And then if he decides to shoot with the other black, he will get pain botted and revenge shot from Dengar. So and Christian might actually decide not to use the pain bot, just to try to preserve points here on Dengar, not risking the crit. Let's see if he's in range. Might not even be in range. Okay, just in range, so here's the shot. Looks like 1 hit and easily evaded with the focus token. Yeah, I think Christian wants to try to keep Dengar at 1 shield for as long as possible. No damage from the pain bot. And then the revenge shot here. And he's going to use Lone Wolf. So 3 hits. And again, reroll the evades. And then they came up, I think it was nothing. Or maybe it just took 2 damage, let's say, or 2 crits. And one of those again was a direct hit. So that was 2 shots by Dengar for 2 kills. So he's just one-shotting Ties like crazy here. So again, just going to clear stress and go towards Dengar here. And Dengar is of course just going to 1 bank to the left here to have them both in arc. Which means he's going to be able to kill 1. And then maybe kill the other one with a revenge shot. And he might actually have shots from Manaroo as well if he hard turns 1 to the left here. You could even barrel roll backwards a bit to make sure a wolf still triggers and push for the focus token. Yes, she's indeed hard turning 1 here to try to be part of the fight. And he decides to do the barrel backwards to make sure Lone Wolf still triggers on Dengar. And then 2 focus tokens from the Rec spec. And here is a 1 bank to the left, clearing one of those stress tokens, which doesn't matter. However, he's now going to have a range 1 shot at one time, and if the other one shoots as well, he will get another range 1 shot here, moving the focus to Dengar. And we're into the combat phase, which means we're probably going to see a dead tie here. There's a slightly bigger chance of them surviving, since they do have focus now. He's going to spend a focus for 4 hits, it looks like. And he's going to reroll the evades. So it looks like he blanks out. And then we are going to the tie. No, it's going to be... Yeah, the ties have initiative here, so they shoot before Manaru. Let's see if we can get Dengar down to half points here. He spent the focus on offense here. And they're going to reroll the die that got cocked on the debris. And then Lone Wolf for the other one. So it looks like 1. And he cracks that, so that means he got half points for Dengar there. And now we'll see here if Dengar is going to kill him back. Lone Wolf looks like 4 hits, and there's a few crits in there as well. So I'm assuming this is going to be the end here for the poor TIE fighter. He's going to suck us to the 1 evade, which means 3 hits go through. Even before Manaru needed to do anything here. And it was crits again. So, okay, he had 1 hit point left. Okay, so only 2 got through. And maybe Manaru was out of range or didn't want to shoot, I don't know. So we have 1 more turn here. So he's hard turning 3. The Black Squadron, and Manaru is probably running straight into that. Yeah, there's a 3. The 3 is a green move due to the unhinged, so he clears the stress, but he will bump, which doesn't really matter here, because Dengar is just going to have a range 1 shot anyway, I think. So there's the sloop, I think. So it's going to be a range 1 without any focus modifier and without the Lone Wolf reroll here. But who needs that when you roll like that? So 3 green dice and rerolling 2 just because you can suck us them. And he's going to spend the focus, and that's easily enough to take the TIE fighter off the board. So good game, guys. This is a good showing of what Dengar in the Dengaru build can do when faced with a TIE Swarm. So thank you for watching, and I hope you stay tuned here because the rest of the games are coming up.
So what was your weekend? Weekend is November.